you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thanks so much for joining me for my Easter edition live stream of, I'm going to talk about Georgia Bulldog football today. Arrest and all. I'm talking about everyone. I had to do that. You can't help but get incarcerated, at least one or two of you. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy Easter. Or if you really want to be cheesy, hoppy Easter, to every darn one of you. I do appreciate it. It's a beautiful day, even though we can't get out and about and everything. The reason for today is a beautiful time, and I'm glorious. I'm celebrating it. A bunch of you starts to get in here. The Birdman, may there to you. It's good to see you, Birdman. I see you in here. Clemson Carson, may there to you. Alpha Wolf, may there to you. I got me a little screen right here where I can look down and see it instead of having to go up here and shake it. Y'all think, oh God, there's a tornado. Good to see you. I see Luke. It's good to see you. Said, hey, this is Luke. It's related to you. Well, hey, buddy, it's good to see you. I hope you're taking care down there below Anderson County. Good to see you. Charles Elliott's in here. Jason Payne's in here. May there to all of you. Before I go any farther, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. It notifies you when I'm on here. Lets you know when the good stuff's coming out. See you Tiger Girls in here, Brent Westbrook. Before I go any farther, people's told me I want to support the show. I want to support the big show, and I'm like, well, of course you do. I mean, my Lord, you pay for crap all the time, these streaming services. At the end of this video, I'm going to end up putting an Amazon link down through there. You go to the Amazon link and you buy anything, and I mean absolutely anything. I want you to hear me. You buy anything that Amazon link, it don't have to be anything special. It supports the show. Your prices don't change, none of that, okay? It's good to see SEC dogs in here, see you Tiger Girls in here. So let's talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, I always like to pick on the Georgia Bulldogs. It is fun. If you've never picked on the Georgia Bulldogs, it's either A, because you are a Georgia Bulldog fan, or B, it's because you don't know how much fun it is to pick on the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, right now, my camera's about to die on me, and I don't know why. Y'all forgive me. It's about to die. And the show's going to be over. It's going to be done. But the Georgia Bulldogs, here's a geography lesson for you. Clemson, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia. They're about an hour and 40 minutes from each other. And why they're not playing each other at least every other year, it's beyond me. I know that's changing soon. But there is no reason why we need to be waiting for it to change soon. We should be playing all the time. The two closest major universities to each other, who even is worth the piss, and we're not playing each other. I mean, I'm just telling you so. I see a bunch of y'all are getting in here. May there to you, Tiger Nation, Bo Weevil, Matthew Beecham, SEC Alabama boy, Captain Trips. I'll take one in the corner, 40. I got 45. I feel like I'm doing an auction. But anyway. The Georgia Bulldogs are very proud of how well they've recruited. In fact, they have been recruiting really good for about 20 years. 0 national championships to show for it. There's always a reason they blow it. There's always a reason why they are not winning the national championship. There's always they lose to South Carolina at home with South Carolina having a third-string quarterback who only knows 6 plays, yet they still beat you. So, while Clemson boasted of 2 national championships in the past few years, while Alabama's got more national championships than all of us, while you've got all these schools who has come and gone, you got to think Texas went from sucking to being really good, winning national championship, back to sucking all at the time that y'all still been, killing yourself. Now, SEC dog just put up there, I think that's how many times y'all beat us versus us beating you. 46, 14, and 4. Hey, that's totally fine. How many national championships you got in the past years? 40 years, buddy. Huh? 1980. So, appreciate it, but we're worried about championships. Well, I'm not worried about our little, what is it? It ain't even rivalry, because we don't even play each other. But I said we should be. So let's talk about Georgia. So, SEC dog says we don't play in a high school conference. Yeah, we beat y'all's champions. Y'all couldn't beat Alabama. That rings a bell for some reason. So, there we go. So let's talk about Georgia, what's going on with them this year. Georgia picked up a really big transfer when Jamie Newman from Wake Forest transferred over. Now, normally we would take a shot at Wake Forest and yada, yada, yada. Until they had some injuries last year, Jamie Newman and Wake Forest was absolutely killing it. They were doing a great job. They were doing an incredible time. Matt Knight's in here, Captain Tripp's in here, Sergeant AR-10's in here. It's good to see y'all. But they had some injuries, and Wake Forest started looking like Wake Forest. Jamie Newman is huge for y'all. Jamie Newman is massive pickup for y'all, and I'm going to tell you why. He can absolutely play. He is incredible. Talented football player, probably the best all-around quarterback that y'all have had since Justin Fields. I'm not being a jerk there. I'm just telling you. Justin Fields was the best quarterback you had in a long time, and he did a very good job of handing off the ball when they wanted to pull from the game. That's neither here nor there. Jamie Newman is going to give you a chance this year to do really, really well. So we know about that Bennett kid. He transferred. He felt like he should be playing. Then he come back. I don't know if you really want to start somebody who left your school because they didn't want to be there anymore, and now they're back. That's a whole other thing, but at least you got Jamie Newman for this year. Let's talk about the running backs. Everybody knows Zeus White. Now, I've got some notes here in front of me. I'm just going in and out, okay? I'm having a look at this. But even before I even bring up Zeus, we all know Zamir White. One of the most talented players coming out of high school. Unfortunately, had an ACL tear season before last. He was out all season. All right? Completely, totally out of it. Fortunately for y'all have some really good running backs there. We could just keep going of who they are, what they are. But Zamir White, he's back. Herron's gone. What's that other youngin that was running for y'all last year? He's gone. But James Cook is back. Kenny McIntosh is back. And then you got that Kendall Milton kid. Really, really talented. Let's talk about some of your receivers. All right? I'm just going to go through a few of these. I could sit here and run down the whole list. I got them in front of me. I'm not going to do that. I am going to, it's Swift. Yeah, Swift's gone. I want to talk about just some of the names you're going to hear. Demetrius Robertson, Matt Landers, Dominique Blaylock, George Pickens. You're hearing these names because these are the guys who last year, unfortunately, as freshmen, some of them was freshmen, Pickens, Blaylock, true freshmen, had to come out, they had to put the team on their shoulders. They're still true freshmen no matter how good they are. Listen, no matter how good they are, they still had to, they're still freshmen. All right? So just give them a chance. George Pickens started coming on later in the season. Okay? This guy is the real deal. He's going to have a real deal throwing the football to him, even though that real deal played in a high school league of the ACC. Now think about that. You're taking the high school league we play in, and now one of the mid-tier, lower-tier teams, you're now trusting in their quarterback. So think about that for a second before you start hitting on the ACC and how horrible they are. One of their mid to lower-tier teams' quarterbacks now your leading guy, but he's very talented. Trey McKitty, he's a graduate transfer from Florida State, going to be playing tight end for you, very, very talented. You did lose that Mays youngin. At Mays Youngin, he was on the line from you. He picked y'all over us and decided to go back to Tennessee. On the line, now, if something's happened between now and then and I don't know about it, give me a break. My God. Justin Schaefer, left guard. You got Xavier Truss. You got Warren McClendon. You got that Clay Webb youngin. Trey Hill. You got Ben Cleveland. Jamari Sayer. You got some talent there, okay? You have the ability to do some good things. The question is, will you all gel? Listen, will you all gel with Newman? That's the biggie. Will y'all's team come together under him? Will you throw the ball when you need to throw the ball? And will you continue to run the ball when you need to continue to run the ball? That is the question. So, that is the entire question. I'm going to stop here before I go any farther. Some people have been kind enough to give me some super chats, and I want to go in here and I want to recognize them before I go any farther. I had somebody complain about that to me. I was like, well, you know what? If somebody gives money to your channel and supports you and you don't say anything about it, you're an idiot. So I appreciate it. Go Washington Husky football. Go Washington football. Happy Easter, Bobby. He gave me $5. Happy Easter to you, buddy. It's good to see you, and I'm glad you're out there. I hope you're staying safe and everything. Here in the South, as of today, they're calling for tornadoes and stuff like that. So not only do we have to run from the COVID, we got to run from a twister. Thank you, Go Washington Husky. Then one of my LSU favorites, Go Tigers. Bobby, we're going to have a football season this year or what? Absolutely we are. Remember our coach called it right before he flew down on a private jet to his private home, that everybody's losing their mind because he got on a private jet to go to one of his other homes, because we don't understand that you can have more than one home if you have enough money. But I'm a homer. $5, thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me $5. I appreciate it. You've been pushing, you've been taking care of the Bobby Dirkens Show, and I appreciate it. I like to talk trash with you too about LSU, but you're one of the good ones. I appreciate it. So let's talk about the defense of Georgia. Defense of Georgia is quite interesting because that, I think LeCount, whatever his name is, he's coming back. Everybody thought that safety was gone. I don't blame you. But he's back. Here's really what some people are referring to as the quarterback of the defense. Making sure everybody's lined up right, because he can see everything in front of him. He can see the gaps. He can see where people's not lined up right, okay? But let's talk about some of the players, some of the names you're going to hear on the Georgia side of football. Julian Rochester, defensive tackle. He's a senior. Devontae Wyatt. You're going to hear that name a lot. So if you're a non-Georgia person, you're like me, you just like to make fun of them and know we should be playing more. Those are some names you need to know. Nose tackle. Jordan Davis. He's a junior. A lot of talent. Big old son of a gun. He's 6'6", 320 pounds. Biggin. Very biggin. Defensive end, Malik Herring. All right, he's a senior. You're hearing juniors and seniors and stuff like this on this defense. This is what you need, Georgia, if you want to win your division and make a run not only at winning your conference, but making it to the playoffs and making a run for a national title. Aziz Ojulari. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. Jermaine Johnson. It's another senior. Walter Grant. Another linebacker. Monty Rice, another senior. Is it Quay Walker? Another junior. Nakobe Dean, sophomore. Channing Tindall, a junior. Tyreek Stevenson, that's a sophomore. That means nothing. Mark Webb, you're going to hear Mark Webb. You're going to hear Tyson Campbell at cornerback. You're going to hear DJ Daniel at a cornerback. When I was talking about Webb, I was talking about at linebacker, okay? You called out the wrong position. You suck. I love it when people do that. You suck too. Eric Stokes, redshirt junior. These are names you're going to hear. Of course, Richard LeCount, as I was talking about, LeCount, well, however you pronounce his last name, and Lewis Sign. Mark Webb, you're going to hear him back there at left safety. You're going to hear these names because it's very important to see the experience. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that Georgia always has a good defense. So if there's anybody here going, well, we're going to have a good defense, you always have a good defense for the most part. Very few times can you look back through history and go, well, Georgia had a sucky defense. Most of the time, that's not the case. Most of the time, it's the defense who's kept them in games. So I'm already looking here on the board, and I'm hearing some of you talking trash. I like for y'all to talk trash. It's fun, okay? It is fun. There's no reason for us to hold back. Have fun. Call me whatever you're going to call me. That's part of why this channel is so much fun. We got work and all that other bunch of stuff. That's no big deal. Let's have fun, get in here. I see you guys are in here. I love it. I like it. Just leave Grandma. Don't talk about pissing on Grandma's grave. That's weird. Grandma's liable to resurrect and kill you and piss on your grave. But anyway, seen a bunch of you in here having a good time, and that's all that matters. look at the schedule here, and we're going to talk about this. By the way, there's 26 people in here and only 8 thumbs up. I mean, you got to give me a break. Hit those thumbs up. All right, so your very first week, Georgia, very first game of the year is a Monday night, September the 7th. You're playing the Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia losing their leader. You're going to beat them. It's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's a home game for you. That place is going to be so red. I mean, if you let a bull loose in there, it'd just die from overexcitement. You're going to beat Virginia bad. Next week, you play Eastern Tennessee State University Buccaneers. You're going to beat them bad. You know that. All right, so you get that out of your system. You're fine, okay? Then next week is the problem. All right? The very next week is the problem. You're at Alabama. Now, I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Notre Dame when Notre Dame was going to Athens. I said, Notre Dame, you go to Athens and you beat Georgia, the nation is watching from that point on. That's it. You want to be taken seriously, no matter what happens to Georgia, the nation will be watching. And they lost. Georgia, same thing for you. You go to Alabama, a team who just missed the college football playoff for the first time in 5 years. A team who's really ticked about it. A team who's tired of hearing about LSU. A team who right now is having to flip a quarter on who's going to start the quarterback. Mac Jones is going to start, but they got that Bryce Young character, you know. They have the talent. Unlike you, they use it to win championships. You're going to have to go to Tuscaloosa. I'm not giving a prediction for the season right here. I'm just going to tell you right now, unless half the team dies, I don't think this is going to be good for you. Next week, you get University of Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. Somebody just made, I think it was SEC Dog just said something about our week 1 game against Akron. If ESPN will put it on, they will put it on, and then they will feature y'all the very next week when y'all play ETSU, and the week after Alabama with ULM Warhawks. So I think we'll both probably get the same amount of time. Vanderbilt Commodores, fantastic surgeons, suck as football players. I think we know where that one's going. You're going to play Auburn. Which Auburn team's going to show up? Do we know? Is it the team that one week beats Bama and the next week gets blistered by the Red Hat ladies? You play Missouri Tigers. You're at Missouri. They fired their coach. They hired in somebody else. They got rid of... I don't even know why they got rid of him, because it's not like everybody's just losing their mind to go coach at Missouri. Hey, let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I'll leave Florida to go coach there. No. You're going to beat them, even though I said this. You're off. Then you play Florida. Very good game. This will be a very, very good game. It's going to be, obviously, in Jacksonville. Very, very good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then you're at South Carolina. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pulling for you in this game. I am pulling for you in this game. I don't like South Carolina. I never have, and I never will. Though I will say, when they beat you with a third-string quarterback who only knew 6 plays and beat y'all at y'all's house, was one of the funniest things I've seen in years. Years. Don't do that again. If you want to be taken seriously, don't do that again. Then you play Tennessee. Tennessee Volunteers, going to be in Athens. Really see what's going on with Tennessee, what's going on with them. where are they at? Are they really growing? Are they not? Who knows about Tennessee? At Kentucky, I think that kid that was playing quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line, safety, Bowden, whatever his name, I think he's in the NFL now. He was that same one that was at the Belk Bowl. Of all bowls, he was at the Belk Bowl, running around with his shirt off, punching people and shoving them, and then acted like a hero when he won the game. I really felt like Stoops really showed how much he wanted to win the Belk Bowl versus how much he wanted to have good integrity on his team when he didn't bench that guy for being an absolute troublemaker. He even shoved somebody from the school. That was really dumb, but I lost a lot of respect for Stoops when he didn't bench that guy for doing that. I know that was another topic, no big deal. Don't worry, I will beat them, even if he was playing for them. So, Georgia Tech, you're going to win this game, I believe. But I think Collins is starting to pull it together there. I'm just going to leave it at that. You got the SEC championship. You've got those things going on for you. But I am telling you, if you beat Bama in week 3, it's up to you, y'all. It's up to you. It is totally up to you. You know, if you turn around and you lose to South Carolina, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop right now. I'm looking through some of these comments. I'm glad you're on here commenting, and I know everybody's just picking at each other, having a good time. But I see a few people picking on some Tennessee fans, talking about Tennessee trash. Let me go ahead and tell you right now. Tennessee, you're right, has not been relevant in a long time. You lost South Carolina last year. I would shut my mouth until I got past that game this year. Because y'all have a really good tendency of having tons of talent and still blowing it. So while they did lose to Georgia State, y'all lost to South Carolina with a quarterback who only knew 6 plays. That's all it took. So, I'm taking down a notch. All right, well, listen, I'm Bobby Dirkens. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just talking because I'm quarantine crazy right now. I'm losing it. But I'm looking forward to football season. I do agree we will be playing in September. Y'all listen to me. It's only April. It's only April. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Are you a doctor? No, I'm not. And do you trust all of them? No, I don't. But I'm so glad you are all in here. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. I really do appreciate it. Share it with somebody. We're just having good, clean fun here. Y'all keep picking at each other. I always love it. Remember, if you want to support the show, I do appreciate the super chats, but I will be putting a link for Amazon down here. Just get your wife to do her shopping through there. It ain't changing your prices or anything. Get her to do her shopping. You don't have to buy anything in particular. You buy whatever you want in there. If it's the fake doo-doo, some toilet paper, if it's all of the above, if it's a small house, just buy through that sucker and the show gets supported off of it. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.